Greetings, free thinkers. Welcome to the Hoggcast. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing fine. I certainly am. Okay, what do we have for you on today's episode? We have for you an update on the Heather McDonald situation. I'm sure most of you have probably seen this. This is the comedian who did a skit in which she mocked Jesus, essentially. And look, I'm not going to get down the route of are you allowed to do that, should you be able to do it, and all that. That's an important issue, but not in the scope of this video. She then continues her skit about the pokes and that type of thing, and then she collapses. Yeah, she was talking about how many pokes and boosters she's had and so on. She collapses, right? So she's given her update. As far as I'm aware, this is the first time she's spoken since, and she actually says on here that she won't be getting the fourth booster. Why there is even a fourth one, I don't know, because then there'll be a fifth and so on, and it just never ends, doesn't it? So we're going to listen to what she's got to say. She goes over the incident, but first, in case there is people who haven't seen it, we will quickly watch the clip. I won't interrupt it. I'll give my we'll watch it. I'll give my 4 on it, then we'll go straight to this one. So we'll jump into the video now. If you haven't yet though, please like the video, subscribe to the Hoggcast, hit the notification bell, share the video around. Doing those simple things can help me stay competitive, because we are at the Hoggcast here, deboosted and shadow banned, because we are the underdog and we are conservative commentators. Also, I have a membership scheme, and I have 9 amazing, beautiful members who honour and humble me that they value my content as much as they do to become channel members. You can become a member of the Coffee Club or the Gold Club, but of course you don't have to if you don't want to. Okay, let's go. Okay, so first the clip that started it all.
Don't care, but I want you to know, double booster, flu shot, and I'm going to be honest, I have the shingle shot too. And I still get my period. What? Yes! Traveled, went to Mexico twice, did shows, meet and greets, never got COVID. Clearly, Jesus loves me the most. Seriously. So nice, so nice.
Right there, you can see she's going. Sorry, you shouldn't laugh about it. It's just, I thought originally, until she spoke, I thought this was a hoax. At first I thought it was a part of her act. And obviously people do in the audience, because they laugh, which is obviously, it's not callous because of the intent. They weren't intending to laugh at someone fainting. They thought it was part of the act. It reminds me of, there was a famous English comedian who actually had a heart attack on stage and died. I can't remember his name though. He wore a fez on his head. So yeah, she's about to take the pavement test. Luckily she passes. She didn't fail it, but she is going to take the pavement test right now. So as you can hear, people laughing, man. So no ill intent at all, because they thought it was a part of the act, and you can see it's all forced laughter. So I only accepted that this was a legitimate incident when she did this update. So let's check out what she's got to say.
And I did get the booster, which I had double Pfizer and Moderna booster, 3 weeks to the day of the fall. Is there anything that you've seen about time-wise? Because, when I asked the doctors about that, they said, oh, normally... Okay, go ahead.
2 to 3 weeks.
The thing that I would say also is the fact that she was bragging on during that skit about having like a slew of them. Like loads of them. Oh, just give us them here, let's get that in there. That seems to be what she was bragging about, yeah? It's a religion. It's a religion.
2 to 3 weeks is where you see a lot of this stuff. I have a friend that got the booster, and he got really destroyed by it. He still can't walk across the room.
And yeah, as we're watching this, can I just state I'm not giving medical advice. I'm just showing you a clip, and I'm giving you my opinion on what other people are saying. If that is somehow dangerous, and I'm talking to like the YouTube upper people here, explain how that's dangerous. I mean, I'm just... This clip itself is on YouTube. You can find this on YouTube. So we're just discussing, yeah? We're not propagating anything, right?
He's having all kinds of symptoms. There's a lot of funny stuff. We don't really know what it all is and where it's coming from, but it's still worth doing it. I'm not at the point where I'm saying that it's still worth the risk, but it's got a lot of funny side effects. And
so I'll give him props a bit for what he's saying, yeah? He's just giving you a story about one of his own, someone in his life. I think it was his friend, wasn't it? He said, excuse me. And his own words were, his friend can't walk. And then in the next breath, he says, oh, but it's still worth it though. Go ahead. I like my legs. I like being able to make my legs go left, right, left, right, left, right.
Syncope, it's called. Fainting is one of them. And I think it's from the POTS syndrome, POTTS. And so, I was worried. What I wanted to check was to make sure you didn't have any evidence of myocarditis. When you were, that's why I wanted that, which is an inflammation of the heart, and it changes the way the heart muscle functions a little bit. And that's why I was red hot on that echocardiogram.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
Thing is, right, if you're going to start using Dr. Drew, let's ask Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew, if you're going to use all of these big terms and and all that stuff, explain what these very specific terms in the medical field mean. Yeah? People know most of them, people don't know all of them, right? So you can tell by her, she went, yeah. And that ain't a fault on her part. If you don't know specific terms from specific fields, there's no shame in just saying so, yeah?
Yeah, what can I do now? Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm going to get the 4th booster, though. I will say that.
Exactly. Because I think that bump on the back of her head when she took the pavement test, I think that made her start to think, hey, do you know what? I've been in an echo chamber a bit too much. It's like, did you see the almost religious zeal? And I don't think it's any coincidence she took a pop at Jesus, right? I don't think it's any coincidence she did that, right? Because it's like a religion. It was essentially one religion taking on another, right? But this is the woke religion we're talking about here. She took the pavement test, she had a bump on her head, and now she's coming around to her senses.
There is not, there's not yet evidence. There's not science for that yet.
I'm done right now.
If you were 80, we'd be talking about it. I literally talked about it to my 75 and 80-year-old patients this morning, that I was telling them, I think you're going to probably need it. You don't need it. There's no evidence for that. But the other thing that happened is you got a multi-million-dollar stroke workup, man. They did so much. They did an MRI, MRA. They did vascular studies of your neck and your heart. They did a great, huge workup on you.
There's a reason for that. Because they were looking for something, anything that they could say, oh, well, it was that. Oh, well, you've got this sudden undiagnosed situation. That's what they were looking for. I'm just giving you my opinion. In my opinion, they were looking for something. Anyway, in his own words, he just said that they did everything. Like, they spent millions pumping, like doing everything, all of these different tests to find out what it was that caused it. But if you just listened to her during her skit, you should be able... You can't... too much of anything is bad. Especially, even if it's a good thing. If you have too much of a good thing, like vitamin C, the gummies, the vitamin gummies. If you ate far too many of them for far too long, you will make yourself ill. Vitamin C, yeah? And it's the same. I mean, there's probably good intentions. I'll get this jab, I'll get that jab, or I'll get all the boosters, I'll get the social media points, the virtue signaling points. I think it took that experience for her to think, you know what, slow it down. You can't just keep pumping crap into you, right? Let me rephrase the word crap, right? You can't keep pumping stuff into you, and then especially experimental stuff, and it just nothing like you're gonna get benefits from it all of the time. Yeah.
You must have been in that MRI scanner a lot.
Yeah, I think I went in a couple times, and then they did ultrasound for the heart and the neck area. They came in, and I mean, I didn't know. I mean, that was my scary thing when they were like, okay, you're going to spend the night in the ICU. And I was like, oh, geez, you know. And then they're like, and we have to give you this sponge bath and all this stuff so that you're ready to go in case we have to do a procedure. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I can imagine that would be quite a intimidating situation to be in. And that was the video. That was the update. Let me know what you guys think about the Heather McDonald situation. I would have covered the original fall when it happened. What was that, like a week ago, a couple of weeks, something like that. But again, I wasn't sure it was legit. Seriously, I thought it was part of the show, and I was worried that if I made a video and then it got revealed to be part of the show or some sort of hoax or something, I would look silly. So I left off of it. And the only reason I've made this video now is because she has basically come out and given us the context of what exactly happened. Yeah? And the aftermath and the update, which is what I thought was important. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.